Viewer beware, you're in for a scare. I'm Chad.
And I'm David, and you're watching
Retro Dojo.
Hey Dennis and everyone else out there in internet land. Welcome back to the Dojo. Today we're talking, of course, about Goosebumps, which if you've ever seen the show or read the books, you already knew that from the intro. But we're going to jump right into it. Of course, Goosebumps was a series of books that got turned into a series of TV shows, and then a bunch of, spin-offs, The Haunting Hour, Mostly Ghostly, and stuff like that. Not unlike the Goosebumps books, we got spun off into Slappy's World and Horrorland. And all that. So they were still Goosebumps, but you get the gist. Yep. And then, of course, they had the TV show. And then, most recently, Goosebumps 1 and 2, the movies, which I thought were pretty good.
I liked them. Jack Black was really good.
Yeah, he was good.
Oh, well, he was in the first one. I think he was in the second one.
He was in the second one.
Was he?
He was at the end.
Oh,
near
yeah.
the end. But yeah. So, we're going to be talking about Goosebumps. Most people in our age group grew up reading the books and watching the TV show, kind of along the lines of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Where it's just scary tales for middle grade aged youths.
Did you have nightmares?
No, that's what R.L. Stine said. He didn't want the books to give kids nightmares, just the shudders.
Really? Is that what he said?
Yep. Is that the
just
point?
the shudders, huh?
Yep. He wanted you to be like, ooh, that's a little frightening.
He wanted you to pee your pants just a little bit.
He didn't want you to go to sleep at night.
Mom! Wake up. My tears.
But of course, if you watch the TV show, you will know this song from the intro, which we're going to watch right now.
Ooh.
I bet if you let somebody listen to like that 10 seconds of music,
everyone would know.
Dun, 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 dun. They'd immediately know what it was.
I love this.
Yeah, it was my favorite.
I really love this song.
One of my favorite TV show intros.
Yes.
It's up there with the Ninja Turtles intro.
Yes.
Could have done without the weird eyes that the dog gets right here.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. It's kind of bad, too, at the same time.
It's pretty terrible.
I always love the G.
Yeah.
And I always love the talking at the end. Of course, this is the later one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The newer one didn't have that roop, roop, or this talking.
You guys said that backwards. The first version
didn't have it.
Didn't have this. Viewers beware. You're in for a scare. Based on the books by R.L. Stine.
Epic.
Yeah.
Epic.
Pretty great.
Yes.
Pretty great.
I love that.
It stands up to the test of time. Even now, it's still creepy.
Yes.
And,
I got chills.
Tells you exactly what you're gonna... Did you get goosebumps?
I did!
But, of course, the really cool thing about Goosebumps is... The super cool thing about... No!
Go ahead, sorry.
The Goosebumps was that every episode, I believe every episode, I don't think they made any of their own episodes. I believe every episode of the Goosebumps TV show was from one of the books.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Which we have some of the books. I'll get them. See, I actually collect the Goosebumps books, all of the Goosebumps books. And it's not complete, but I do have them, but... I know. I did. I caught
Fling it into the audience.
Get out of here.
Sorry, Dennis.
But we have, of course, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. I remember that one. That was one of my favorite episodes of the TV show, and I liked the book. Probably one of the most famous, The Haunted Mask. And then, of course, this is actually the first episode of the show I ever saw, Welcome to Camp Nightmare.
I don't know if I remember that.
And that was I believe it was a two-parter, but this was this book. The episode based on this book was the first one I had ever seen.
Really? Yep. I know the Say Cheese and Die was one of my favorites, where they had the camera and they found the camera and it took a picture. If you took a picture of somebody and it'd print out like them being in a car accident, and then whatever time later they get into a car accident. And
it didn't print it out. It was a Polaroid.
I thought it was one of the old styles that printed the picture out. I thought.
No, well, Polaroids didn't exactly print, but yeah, the picture came out of the camera. So, interesting side note. The original cover for the Say Cheese and Die book shows a family barbecuing, but they're all skeletons. Yep. That was not in the original manuscript.
Really?
Yep. The artist and R.L. Stine didn't always like know exactly what was like. The artist just got a gist of what the book was about, and so he did that. And then when they looked at it, and they were like, "Well, this isn't in the book. There's no family barbecuing, and they're all skeletons." So R.L. Stein had to go back and write a dream sequence.
Really?
So that, so that the book matched the cover.
That's actually really interesting. I didn't hear that.
And of course, these are just a couple because there's really popular ones like Monster Blood and
there's
Don't
a
Go
lot
in
of
the Base.
two-parters too. That's like the shows anyway. I know the shows were a lot of two-parters. I don't know what the books were.
Well, they got more and more as they went along. As you got into the later seasons, then it was more two-part episodes. I think like the Werewolf of Fever Swamp was a two-part. The Haunted Mask was not, but it had like 2 or 3 sequels.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Of course, you had all the Night of the Living Dummy.
Yep, Night of the Living Dummy.
Slappy is a super popular character.
Monster Blood, like you mentioned.
Monster Blood's got a couple of them. There's a whole Vampire's Breath, I think, was another really good one.
Oh yeah, yep.
So there's a pile of them, and they were
how many
good.
Books are there? Goosebumps. Gotta be up to the like 3.
I know the original Goosebumps series is like in the 60s.
Oh, okay.
And then they switched because they changed because there's like Goosebumps, and then there's Goosebumps 2000, and then Slappy World, Goosebumps.
Okay.
Horrorland.
The Slappy World is the Slappy the doll. Or
the ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, ventriloquist dummy. Yeah.
So there's easily more than 100.
Okay.
So there's a pile of them, and he's still writing them today.
Really?
I have Attack of the Jack, which I bought at Barnes & Noble like last year, I think. That like just came out.
Really?
I bought it. It was a brand new book. So he's still making Goosebumps books.
Well, thank you, R.L. Stein.
2 movies, yeah. Thanks, R.L. Stein. He was an inspiration for me because, of course, I write my own horror books for kids. Masterminds Incorporated is kind of based on...
Good books. Good writer here.
It's not based on the... Thank you.
I know, writer.
I do too, it's me! Which somehow seems less important. Anyways. But of course, that's... R.L. Stein's Goosebumps was an anthology series, so none of the books connected, whereas my books is a continuing storyline.
Right.
But I'm sure he inspired hundreds of kids to write. He gets a lot of fan mail.
Oh, yeah.
And he just, like, if you see interviews and stuff, R.L. Stein just seems like a super cool guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would love to go to lunch with him. He just seems really funny. He actually started out as a comedy writer and then got into horror by mistake, because Goosebumps was not his first foray into horror books. He also does another series called Fear Street, which they're making a movie
I've heard of that, yep.
And that's for teens, so that one's a little grittier and darker. People actually die in Fear Street books.
Yeah.
But he started doing those on a, what was it? Not a bet. He was having lunch with his publisher, and she was mad that some other author wasn't going to write a book. And she just looked at R.L. Stein. She's like, I bet you could write a horror book. Write me a horror book with like 50,000 words and get it to me in 2 months. And he was like, all right, I guess. And so he wrote Blind Date, which was like, it rave reviews. Everybody loved it. And he didn't even want to do Goosebumps when they pitched it to him.
And he ended up doing it.
Yep, he was like, I don't,
successful.
I don't like it. And they kept pushing him and pushing him and pushing him until he finally said, okay, fine, I'll do 4 books.
I'll do 4.
And then I'll be done with it.
And then ended up being
and then
100.
30 years later, and
30 years
hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pages of stories later.
I think with the Goosebumps there, at least in the TV show, the series, I think the most memorable one for me was in The Haunted Mask, near the end of the show, where she tries taking the mask off after going trick-or-treating. I'm pretty sure we have that clip.
We do.
Yep. And
Let's
take
a
look.
Let's check it out.
I'm meant to come get you. Shut up and help me.
Okay, she's freaking out because the mask won't come off.
Yep. It becomes part of her.
Oh, be very gentle. It really hurts.
It'd be very gentle.
We're gonna cut it off, like with scissors.
Cut it off. Yeah.
It hurts. Let's cut it off.
Yes.
No.
It's stuck to my skin.
It's too dangerous. I don't care, Sabrina. I'm freaking out here.
Sabrina, is she a teenage witch?
Ask my mom to help cut it off.
Universe crossovers.
Yeah. What's weird though is it's part of her skin, but yet her mouth still doesn't move.
Yeah, does kinda, but only like with really extreme movements.
Yeah. It's like part of her.
Oh.
There's no line.
What's the matter? There's no bottom to this mask.
There's no bottom.
There's no line in between the mask and your skin. There's no place I can reach my hand in. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Get out of here, kid. You bother me.
You bother me. Oh yeah, then they show the part where there is no line. It's part of her skin. Skin. I don't know words.
What about them? They're not my eyes, Sabrina. My eyes don't look like that. Try to calm
Oh yeah,
down,
now her
Holly
mouth.
Beth.
You can see her mouth.
Yeah, I
now.
know. It kind of comes and goes.
Yeah,
It must have been like a weird mask.
Scaring me.
Where am I? No, yeah, now she's
This isn't me in here.
yeah. Now it's a more of a mental thing now.
Yes. And then she runs off into the night.
Yes, that to me that was I think one of the creepier shows.
That was a creepy one.
Yeah,
that one was really.
Because I'm pretty sure she gets that mask as some of course, I don't know why, but all those Are You Afraid of the Dark, Goosebumps, they always have to go to some weird, spooky, creepy shop.
It was an abandoned costume shop. It was closed
well, that's
up.
what I mean. They always have to go to some shop or something, and it's always creepy, and then of course something bad happens.
Yeah, and they usually end up taking something they're not supposed to and getting in trouble for that. So that's Goosebumps in a nutshell. What did you guys think? Did you read the books? Did you watch the show? Did you like the new movies that came out? We like the new movies that came out. Let us know down in the comments your thoughts on the Goosebumps series. As I said in the beginning, I'm Chad.
I'm David.
This is David. He knows who he is.
Sometimes.
You're watching Retro Dojo. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we will see you guys on the next episode.